Hi guys, this is PP Reporter and welcome to my channel. Today I decided to cover a little bit of Kanto Cup, the current ongoing format in GBL, and I must say all these new formats which Niantic has been introducing, I think it is a step in the right direction. Um, can there be improvements? Yes, a lot of meta balancing and things can be looked into, but it is at the end of the day quite fun to play it. Especially Halloween Cup was particularly something I found very much a lot of fun. And this particular meta, as far as Kanto Cup is concerned, not perfect, but what I did find personally is this particular duo, if you remember from the thumbnail, Snorlax and Hypno. I find that this particular combination is particularly good against the meta. So ideally, it has quite a good coverage against what each other is weak to. Um, it is extremely bulky, it is extremely spammy, and it has a wide variety of moveset. Now, for Snorlax, it's sort of fixed because you would probably want to run uh, body slam and superpower. That's the ideal coverage. And as far as Hypno is concerned, if you saw the last match, that focus blast came in for a clutch. So Hypno, if you want, you can choose to run Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball, which is the most ideal. But you can also surprise your opponent with a focus blast. Some would like to run Ice Punch or Fire Punch, depending. So all up to you how you want to sort of use your Hypno. Here you see Alolan Muck was the third mon in order to balance out the team, and generally any third mon which is decent enough is able to sort of support this team quite well depending on how you play. Now over here you probably see that Hypno is quite in a comfortable spot with a lot of farmed up energy, and he's able to go for that focus blast nuke again against the Rhydon, and it'll be super effective taking it down. Here you see a mirror match between Wigglytuff. So it's all upon IVs here. Higher the attack is probably slightly better. You're able to get your win your CMP tie and thereby win switch advantage. So out comes Hypno, and you can comfortably take out Snorlax in order to just lick it down. Spam that body slam in order to chunk it down, or at least take that shield. And you can pretty much see that Snorlax, this one, despite being Shadow, is able to actually eat charge moves from Hypno as well. So that body slam spam still coming in, doing a good bit of damage. Now, if you are aware, the next cup is going to be Catch Cup. Now, for those who have already invested in the Little Cup, they've sort of invested in the Kanto one. Dust may be something which is not very abundant, especially with the news dropping of level 50 coming in, and you have to power up a lot of other mons. People would like to use Dust sparingly. So, if you haven't made a Snorlax, if you haven't caught a Snorlax, this would actually be a pretty good time to catch a Snorlax. You won't have to invest too much if you're not giving it a secondary move, and you can use it in the Kanto Cup. And apart from that, it would also be a pretty good mon for Catch Cup as well. So Snorlax is something you can look out for. Other mons which are sort of cheap on Dust would have to be maybe Hoot with Noctowl. It would be pretty good across over there. You are having a lot of these Zubat spawns, so Golbat would also be pretty good. Apart from that, Alolan Raichu, if you do a level 25, if you do a boosted one, you get a level 25. It'll be easier for you to, a very little investment, and you could probably use it in your battles. So really up to you on which mons you want to take, but there are definitely certain good ones out there which won't require too much of investment. Here you can see how deadly Snorlax is in this particular meta, and coupled with Hypno, because if you ever have a Machamp which swaps into a Snorlax, you can immediately just swap out to your Hypno and just eat away at that opposing one. Here you see a Alolan Muck sort of coming in order to sort of balance out uh, the team, take down difficult opponents. Here you have Ivysaur. So generally, Alolan Muck will win against that. Ivysaur is also another good mon which you can use for the Catch Cup, which but the only problem is that in order for it to be good in Great League, you have to power it up a lot. Now here you see Golem, a little Golem coming in. So I've seen a very interesting team with Alolan Golem as such. Here you see Snorlax does have superpower, and he goes to the superpower. The opponent had already shielded once, so unlikely he'll shield again and is able to take it down. And he has a Graveler in the back, so he decides to bring his own Graveler in order to balance out things. Able to take a Rock Blast, so he decides to go straight for that Stone Edge in order to bait out that shield or KO that Graveler, and he is able to bait out that shield. And what does he do? He chooses to let go of his Graveler. Now he can bring in probably Hypno in order to try and farm it down. He decides to shield. It's a Rock Blast yet again. And will he be able to farm it down? And a swap. Amazing swap in order to catch that Rock Blast. Snorlax still has some amount of health left, able to lick it down, but here with Hypno he has the energy advantage, able to throw two back-to-back Shadow Balls. However, the opponent had one shield. Now this particular Shadow Ball may just not be enough to take out this particular Hypno, and if that other Hypno is running Shadow Ball, it would be GG's. So here we see it have returned. Luckily enough, he's able to get to that Thunder Punch, and this should be enough to KO the opponent and clutch that win. Interesting match. I personally feel that Graveler here is probably one of the best balancers for this team of Hypno and Snorlax. Here you see the Snorlax go straight for the superpower, no bait, able to draw out a shield, and he brings in his Hypno, which is questionable as it will take super effective from Snorlax. And so he's deciding not to shield at all. So he's going for that double Thunder Punch against Snorlax, and he's able to get shields. So now the opponent has no shields left, and he is on the advantage with two shields. So, and he's able to do quite a bit of damage against that Snorlax. So he decides to bring in his Graveler, as Lick wouldn't have done too much of damage to Hypno in order to farm it down. So out comes a Lapras, so that there is no farm down. However, there are no shields left, and this Stone Edge was just more than enough to KO it. The Snorlax comes back, but we still have shield, and he just farms up more energy, and there you have a Alolan Marowak at the back. So you have a lot of mons in this meta who would be weak to your rock type attacks or even fighting type. So overall, I find this team to be quite good. You have a Hypno lead positive matchup. Swap out comes in, and he decides not to shield. Goes to the superpower directly. This should either get a shield or KO the opponent completely. Out comes Wigglytuff. He's able to comfortably swap into a Graveler. And mind you, the opponent is still switch locked, as the switch timer hasn't come down, and he's able to spam against that Wigglytuff. So this should take it out or take down the shield. So he now has a shield advantage, and he brings in his Hypno in order to absorb the charge energy damage. Ice Beam not really doing too much, and he should be able to farm it down. Out comes Hypno on the other side, so he will let it go. So correctly baited that it would be an Ice Punch. Able to get to his own Shadow Ball, does a chunk load of damage, brings in Snorlax in order to farm it down. Should shield this. Oh, he decides not to shield, and he's still able to lick it down, and he's able to throw Body Slam with 1 HP on that particular Wigglytuff, but the opponent still has a shield, and here his Hypno's health is so low. Oh shit, and he gets farmed down by Wigglytuff. Oh man, that was insane. He tried to go for a double shield save flex, but it heavily costed him. So probably, you should try not to pull that stunt and maybe you'd win your matches. Here you're seeing Dragonair. Dragonair is also quite nicely ranked. That Dragon Breath doing so much of damage, and that Dragon Pulse also not bad. It dealt a lot of damage against that Hypno. Out comes Graveler. I'm not sure how good of a move this is because Dragon types does resist electric type attacks, and the charge move Aqua Tail will be super effective against Graveler. So he had to shield. So here he is at a shield disadvantage. Out comes Alolan Muck, which doesn't really take much damage from rock type moves. They swap out into their own Alolan Marowak. Uh, this Shadowbone should be dealing a decent amount of damage, uh, and Hypno goes for his own Shadow Ball, but this seems extremely difficult. He's able to get it down. Out comes Muck, and he's able to get to a Thunder Punch as well, but the opponent has that shield advantage and he still has one shield saved for this Alolan Graveler, so he's not able to go for the Stone Edge nuke opponent's shield and has energy to take out this particular Graveler. So well played on the opponent side and a bit of a miss play with bringing that Alolan Graveler against Dragonair. However, as you can see, overall the team is quite solid and doing well in this particular meta. Let me know if you guys try it out, how it works for you. Are you guys trying something fun in this particular meta, something different? Do let me know down in the comments. One small suggestion, do not forget that December CD is coming in, and it will be a perfect chance in order to evolve any old mon for a legacy move set. So rather than investing your elite TMs, you can actually go for that. So that was just a small heads up. So thank you guys for watching the video all the way till the end. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.